Yeah. You mentioned Moby Dick. It sounds well, Moby Dick like sank a big ship, so it sounds very dangerous to me. Is there any danger about this voyage?
Well, there are navigational dangers because of where it is. It's at the edge of the continental shelf. The continental shelf. When you leave the coast of Ireland, like we will leave Dingle. Well, that will be our destination. Go down to Dingle, and then from Dingle we will go out to. From Dingle, it's possibly a 3-day voyage out there. Have a look around and then come back. It'll take approximately 3 days. But when we're leaving Dingle, the depth of the water will kind of gradually, over a few miles, it will get down to about approximately 250, 300 meters. And that is the depth of the water on top of the continental shelf. And it will stay like that all the way out until we get out to this area, which is at the edge of the continental shelf. At that point, the water will drop from 300 meters to 5,000 meters over the space of about 20 miles. So it is basically a cliff, an underwater cliff, 5 kilometers high, and over a space of 30 miles. So it's really plunging right down into the deep. That reason, there are a lot of nutrients, there are a lot of krill come into this particular area, and it all comes up at the continental shelf. So it's a really great feeding area for whales. I've frequently seen whales at the continental shelf, but like I say, I've never actually been inside this sea bite, inside this particular area, and this is cetacean heaven, so that should be really interesting. But those kind of depths, you have to imagine that if there was a big sea coming in from the Atlantic, and or if there was a storm, like in the middle of summer, you can get hurricanes in the Caribbean that track north and head up through the Atlantic Ocean. And they may never come anywhere near to Ireland, but it might just pass up through the Atlantic. But it pushes a huge wave in front of it, a big storm surge. Now a storm surge like that would get pushed towards the continental shelf. And when it reaches the shelf, particularly when it goes into the sea bite, and it goes in there, and it hits an area that is just sloping upwards, from 5,000 meters. So it's a big sea coming in, and it goes from 5,000 meters to 300 meters. So it will kick up a wave quite easily the height of a 6-story building, and that would destroy anything in front of it. So we have to watch hurricane weather forecasts going out there, because there is a danger of something like that. It is not a place you want to be in bad weather, that's for sure, because of these depths, because of the change in the depth. So any water is going to just kind of go upwards, and that can make for very, very dangerous navigational conditions.
Wow, that's fascinating. And who are the brave people you want to travel with?
Well, I have an unusual crew. I have the main guy he's a Polish television broadcaster, and by all accounts, he is very, very well known in Poland. He has been around on television and radio and podcasting for the last 20 years. And I gather he has a very large podcast. He has an organization called Nautilus, and they investigate paranormal phenomena around the world. And so they're particularly interested in UFOs, in extraterrestrials, or whatever. But so the connection between Hy-Brasil and the extraterrestrials, or time travelers who arrived in Rendlesham in England in 1980, that's what really got them. And when they heard that there was coordinates, they decided they want to go there. And so he is coming with one of his assistants. There's also another chap coming who's a psychic researcher, so that should be quite interesting as well. And I think the conversations on board are going to be great fun. And then another chap who is also part of this Nautilus Foundation. So it'll be me and the 4 of them, and my brave little dog who's coming with me as well. So.
Okay, so your dog will help you sail. Can the guys sail?
Yeah, they have. So two of them have done a bit of sailing, and two of them are not so sure. But the way it is, I will be looking for particular types of weather conditions to do this because it is a dangerous spot to go to, and it, like I say, it will take us 3 days there and back. So we'll sit and dingle and wait until the conditions are right. Hopefully we can do it in their time window, which is only for a couple of weeks. But it's the middle of summer, so we're hopeful that we will get conditions that will allow us to go there and go back, because it's not a place to go if the conditions are in any way bad, you know.
Well, oh, that was very interesting. Thank you very much for telling all this story. I wish you all the best and safe weather.
Thank you. Yeah.